As we're welcome back to the play here, ladies and gentlemen. Sacramento Young Tigers with the ball taken down 20 meters out from their own try line. Wow, Immortals really stamping their early authority on this game in defense. You can see both teams really lined out looking for attacking plays, with Estefan taken down by a good low tackle there. It's going to be plenty of feeling in this one, that's for sure. Mason comes out to the right, finds Jordan. Raz comes short, possibly a Shepherd there, but it's fine. Good offload to Mason. Ooh, a bit of a messy play the ball there as well. Estefan comes wide to Mason. Little speedster ducks through there. Taken down on the fifth tackle here. In the blue here on your screen, you see the Sacramento Immortals. On the right of the screen, the Young Tigers, as we have a knock on there. Bit of an unfortunate way to finish the first set. Gee, both teams have really come out firing here today, haven't they? Mal with the ball here with looking for a tap. Very slow here after we had such a dominant set there. In terms of speed, maybe not meterage, but very, very quick play there by the Young Tigers. Collins with the charge. Manages to get through the first line there, but wrestled down. Out of dummy half here, we have the little number 5. Again, here the Battle of Sacramento today. As you can see, a great showing from the local community out here as Sacramento make their way about 20 meters out from the try line here. Samuel, the captain, plays it to Junior, tips on to Andre Whaley, who knocks on and picked up by Estefan. Plays to the right there and taken down is the Maltese legend. Slips in there is Mason, comes again to the right-hand side. Quick little late feet looking for an offload. Wow, manages to palm him off and is still going. They can't bring him down until Andre Whaley gets to the scene. About 35 meters out from their own try line here are the Young Tigers. Oh, a bit of an unfortunate error there from Mason. Just got a little ahead of himself, unfortunately. It'll be a Sacramento Immortals tap as Andre Whaley has started to do push-ups on the 40-meter line here. Not a very unfamiliar sight for those of you who are well aware of him. This is the same gentleman who had his Beats by Dre on and a weighted vest in the warm-up. The big man, the 17-year-old Thomas, taken down there by another big man, Estefan. New father, Estefan. Congratulations, mate. To the right here, Big Pita Naruma, one of the 5 brothers involved in this game here, taken down about 20 meters out from the try line. Immortals looking for early points here. Mao shovels it on. Happens to find the Immortals out wide, and again, good defense there by the Young Tigers. They've been really well organized in their defense, the Young Tigers. As they slip through here, good offload to Junior. Junior is just short, but no, he's called it. Referee John Ashton has awarded a try. First points down here today at Danny Nunn Park. 4-0 to the Sacramento Immortals, with Junior Cacao being the try scorer. Good early intention there by the Immortals. They spent most of the game down there in the Young Tigers half. Still early, we can't read into it too much. With field position, you have to think the Young Tigers will be a little bit of a threat. Good early display there by the big middle forwards for the Immortals. You could see Collins and Thomas and Andre getting some good early yardage. Here with the kick, hits it really well. Referee Ashton waves it away. 4-0 down here at Danny Nunn Park, Sacramento. Again, the crowd has really come in here today at Danny Nunn for what is the Battle of Sacramento. in the Rasta colors. The green, the red and the yellow is the Young Tigers as they make their way here to halfway for the kickoff. It's still 4-0. It's still very early days. It's currently 3:22 p.m. down here as the ball goes high, taken by Junior. He's got options either side, but decides to go himself. A little bit of confidence in his step after that great early try here at the Battle of Sacramento. Sam, the captain, taken down here, 35 meters out from his own try line. Again, they're working really well in the middle there, the Young Tigers defense, as Big Dre shoots up with a solid hit as Collins drags him for a few meters and slowly gets to his feet. You can hear the beautiful reggae tunes as we have the one-handed offload there. Andre Whaley maybe flopped on there late by Junior, but referee Ashton will let play continue. Skipper, the coach, shows, hits Big Thomas, the 17-year-old. He's an absolute monster. Skipper shovels to his brother, who tips on to the 2. Very close to the sideline there. 5th tackle. Pitanaruma plays to Tui. Goes high. They're both pointing, hey, your ball, but no one's home. Good bounce for the fullback as the Immortals defense is right in his face. Scoots around, finds some space with the speedy man. Swung to the ground and the ball comes loose. That's going to be an Immortals ball. Really beautiful day down here in Sacramento, California, as the Immortals take the quick tap again with Junior, who's been showing no reluctance to run with the football. Must be very encouraging for his coach, Tui. Bit of a scramble there. And it's a bit messy, but the Immortals keep the ball. The Young Tigers on their defensive line here, quick off the line, looking to smother the play. Junior shovels on, the ball is knocked on. No advantage here to Mason, who's in his own in goal area. Makes light work of Tui, but unfortunately the clock has, well, the referee has stopped the game there. Mason with the tap, plays to the right to Big Estefan. Palms one off quite easily. Good fast feet there through the middle. Young Tigers are really going to be looking to get out of their own half here. They've spent way too much time down here. The defense has been strong. They just need a little bit of field position as Jordan, he's tough to bring down, but 2 of the Immortals managed to. Former Atlanta Rhinos player there, Jordan, who's been a really influential player in these Young Tigers side. Ball comes loose there, picked up by Whaley. It's tapped back, still alive. Tui has the ball, palms off one, and there's that signature flick we see from him. Smothering defense by the Young Tigers as we come close to the sideline here. Ray with the extra push. We see Ray here in the number 3 in the marker, playing in the centers for the first time as Tyler Young takes it to center field. Elusive fullback Tyler Young was a little quiet in the first game. He'll be looking to make a really big mark on this game here today. Junior with a very confident stab through. It's been pretty good for them. Immortals coming charging through. With the Young Tigers come up with the ball. Good footwork there, off the left, off the right, bounces one off. 40 meters out from their own try line here. This is the opportunity for the Young Tigers to put on their first attacking set of the game. For what it seemed like they haven't had much field position as we come 10-15 minutes into this game. You can hear the motorbikes driving past here on Power Inn Road. A lot of the Immortals offside there. This Big Ray cuts through the middle. Big man Thomas drags him to the ground as Mason in a dummy half here. He's just controlling the ruck very well here. Jordan bounces through, keeps his feet. Rolled down there by 3 Immortals defenders. He's going to want to quick play the ball here. likely too slow as Justin Davenport pushes through. Junior plays wide. Fakes to kick, but then runs and flattened in what the referee has called a high tackle. But here we have it, Young Tigers with their first set starting in the opposition's half. Mason finds touch about 30 meters out. Future Irish international Mason really steering the boys around today, doing a fantastic job, especially with the late exclusion of Mikel Amano, who's been called up to the USA under-23s, as we have the knock on there by the Young Tigers. Andre Whaley picks up, dances off one, steps in, steps out, palms. He's met by some strong defense there by Estefan on the 30-meter line. Tyler Young into dummy half. Plays to Mao, who's not looking, bounces off him, collects it. Dummies, palms off. Oh, he's gone for the offload, but we've had a little knock on there. Unfortunate knock on from the 27 is that, or the 20 for the Immortals. Again, repeat set here for the Immortals, the Young Tigers, forgive me, both from Sacramento. Lifting tackle there. Oh, he's gone on with it, and there's the push and shove as Mao jumps on. No one's really going on with it here. Referee Ashton blowing the whistle, but it doesn't look like any punches are thrown at this stage. Definitely a lot of fire in this one. As you can imagine, both teams from Sacramento. Looks like it's all finished there. You can see Evan Walker, manager figure for the the Young Tigers, comes in and settles it down. Again, great job there by Ashton, John Ashton, the referee, who settles it down. We might take a little bit of a minute here just to let the boys cool down. Seeing exchanging pleasantries and verbal jousts at each other. You see Junior signaling to the other team that he does mean business. The try scorer with a little bit of a spring in his step, but I think we'll have to see them shake hands here and move on. We've got about 60 minutes of football in front of us, so feels like every game we have now, we see these sort of run-ins. But that such is the nature of the beast of rugby league. You have two teams of young men going at it on the field. You know, this is their outlet. This is their time to let it all out. So they can be forgiven for letting their emotions ride high. And it's good to see we've moved on past that. Sam, the captain here. Interesting kick. Looks like it's going backwards. So Sacramento's ball here on their own 30-meter line. No love lost, as they would say. Just to recap on the first game, we had 58-28 to the San Francisco Savage over the North Bay Dead Pelicans. It was a really great game from, both teams dominating the game at different parts. Andre Whaley here, swinging arm by Junior, and Ashton's called that up. Again, that's the fire. Oh, yeah, he's got to go off for that. That's not acceptable behavior, unfortunately. You can see them all coming in from all angles, swinging here. You can see Ho-Jun, the photographer. They've broken out into different circles here, but this is going to have to finish, unfortunately. You can see them all pushing and shoving. Referee, yeah. He's got to go. 8's got to go.
It's not gonna go good.
Yeah, both have got to go.
It's not gonna go good.
Yeah, I'll get him. Hey, Junior. Junior. Get off. Hey, we got a game of football to play, boys. Hey. Hey, come on, bro. Settle down. Settle down.
Let's go.
Good game. It's always a little bit fiery out here.
Nothing else looks cut.
Can't do that, right, bro?
Huh?
Can't do that, right?
Bro, you saw
Just leave it. You can't retaliate. Just leave it. Bro, relax, all right?
I don't like.
Referee Ashton here gets the boys in and has a bit of a chat to him. Oh, Ashton's done a great job there of bringing the boys in and having a chat to them, letting them know what's what. There's a game of football to go ahead here. You see Andre Whaley poking around in the background.
Take it out.
See Andre Whaley removed from the field, as well as Junior. One each. That's just not going to be tolerated, unfortunately. What's up? We got to just play footy, man. We good? Yeah. Give him a minute just to fucking cool down. You good? How you doing, bro? Fucking, it wouldn't be a day of rugby league without the boys getting in on fun. That's alright, bro. It's all good.
No, I don't think like it's a little bit both sides.
Yeah.
They're a lot of top blocking.
Yeah, it's like you're both going at it though, you know what I mean? Like, you good though? It was a cheap shot, but
Yeah, I know they was.
hang in there.
Come on, man.
Yeah, he's off as well, so. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to End with the Kick. Hasn't struck it well, but it's got the legs. Good slot there from 40 meters out. Bringing the score to 6-0 as we see Andre Whaley going off in the background there. Not really the type of play we'd like to see here in California Rugby League, so good to remove both men and get on with the game.
You get that kind of shit.
Yeah, good option. Yeah, good. Get them both off. We don't need them here. Man, my guy Whaley, why does he do this to me? Yeah. Yeah, he has been. Happened a few weeks ago as well, as a... Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 6-0 here as the fight is behind us. Thankfully, Andre has been removed for the Sacramento Immortals, as well as Junior for the Sacramento Young Tigers. Immortals dragged down here on their 40-meter line. Plays to the left here. It's definitely a hot one here. You can see people, tempers have chilled down, I would say, from that moment 10 minutes ago. Looks like Andre Whaley's still having some fun there in the back play. So we come to the right here, finds some space, intercepted. It's got him in the air. A bit unfortunate. He's trying to milk that penalty. Unfortunately, he's not going to get it. Penalty there to the Young Tigers. The game's slowly getting back into its rhythm. Very disturbing, sort of to the flow of the game was that little altercation. 6-0 here for the Immortals in the blue. Comes to the right, steps off, palms off another with a good offload there. Good take. Big Thomas is pushed aside. Only Tyler to beat here in defense, and he shepherds him to the sideline quite comfortably. It's gone out there. Be the Sacramento ball here, Sacramento Immortal ball, I apologize. It's getting quite hot out here on their own 10-meter line. See, that really soured the mood, that fight, I gotta say. You see, a lot of people have cleared off since then. It's not a really good look for the live element of it, unfortunately. But we still have a game of football in front of us, nonetheless. Comes to the left here. Good ball movement by the Immortals, and equally strong defense by the Young Tigers in the green, red, and yellow and black. Again, good early movement by the Immortals. Finding a little bit of space there. Bounce past to Tyler, who picks it up. Steps very comfortably, flicks it back to Sam, the captain. Flicks it back on the inside there as they make their way over halfway here. Justin Davenport in there controlling the tackle for the Young Tigers. As Tyler plays right here. Junior in there at second receiver. Unfortunate knock on by the Immortals. The Young Tigers ball here on their own 40-meter line. Really seesawing affair here so far. Tapped by Mason. Plays to Ray. Good strong contact there. And again, the leg drive manages to get a few post-contact meters as we come down on halfway. Both teams have been really good in defense and attack with far less points than what we saw in the first game. As the fullback finds a little bit of space. Good fast feet. Meeting of the fullbacks. Tyler Young brings him to ground, but he springs straight back up. About 10 meters out here for the Young Tigers as he plays the ball a little awkwardly. I'm going to call that back, thankfully. Good call there by the referee, Ashton. He's going to need to play that ball there. Jordan plays the ball 10 meters out. Big Estefan's going to be looking to crash over. He's hard to stop this close. Offload to Mason, steps in, darts, goes to stretch out, just short. Estefan in there from dummy half. Bit of a pick and drive from rugby. And that's a great effort. They're going to say he's just short. 6 again. Referee's calling 6 again as he's tapped it down. You can see the Young Tigers bunched around the ruck there. Hail Mary pass. Picked up. Try time. 6-4 down here at Dandenong Park, Sacramento. Young Tigers crossing over from off the back of a Hail Mary play. Kick to come here for Mason, generally pretty sharp with the boot. He'll be looking to add the extras very comfortably here. See a little bit of a meeting here with the referee, getting a little bit of clarification on what some of those calls were. Seems the afterglow of the little altercations definitely died down, and both teams are playing rugby league now. That one's going to go down in California Rugby League folklore. Very grinding game here. Try for try. If Mason's to put this kick over, will bring the scores to 6-all. About 14 minutes left in this first half. If the referee is not to include the stoppages. Adds the 2 quite comfortably. Both teams slow to get back here, and again, it's really understandable in this heat. I think we're sort of sitting in the 90s. The breeze that once was a few hours ago was definitely dissipated. Special mention must go to sponsors of today's events. Mind Digital, cryptocurrency trading platform out of the Asia Pacific region, doing excellent work there in the cryptocurrency space, as well as supporting California Rugby League. Special mention as well to Bulla Pies, who have set up a stall here today at Dandenong Park, and by the looks of things, the cabinet with pies in it is quite empty, so well done to Jake and the gang out there. Big high kick here from the Immortals, fielded quite comfortably by the young Tigers. Big Dre winds up, takes 3 of them to get him down in the end. Immortals again, very slow to get back here as he plays the ball about 30 meters from their own try line. A lot of fast men in the halves for the young Tigers, who will be dangerous as the play starts to open up. Referee Ashton's called a knock on there. Junior with the ball, playing around with the tee. Big tap, and gets 10 or 12 meters off that quite comfortably. Immortals looking to possibly forward, but it's going to be okay. Immortals 20 meters out from the young Tigers try line, has had a little bit of a hand in it there, unfortunately, from Dre and Mason. Might be looking to take the 2 here. Based off the great performance of Sam with the boot so far. Just doing a little number check here. Checking that, looks like we had 1 extra on, unfortunately. Not really the desired outcome there. Thankfully, though, that could be squashed early on. Looks like Immortals' ball here is going to opt for the 2. And why wouldn't he? He's been pretty sound with the boot today. Slotting that penalty for him was about 40 meters out. Really winding the clock down here today. slots it over there quite comfortably. 8-6. Must be coming up pretty close to half time. About 30 minutes into the game here. See our friend Andre Whaley make his way down the sideline here with his weight vest on. Bit of an early mark for the big guy.
Don't matter, bro. Like there's a respect factor, bro.
See, this heat's really taken the sting out of the speed of the game. We came out flying at the start there. A lot of energy from both teams, and definitely seeing it really mellow out here. The hooker Mason with the ball here. Looks like the troops might be lined out for a short one, which is fine. They've had a lot of success with that today, so why wouldn't you go for it? We saw the Dead Pelicans 2 or 3 regathers as Tyler Young here. Good offload. He pierces through the line here, the big man in the white tights. He's got the offload if he wants it. The speedster is through. He's going to be taken early, and the ball's come out. That's what happens when you celebrate too soon. Referee Ashton's called it a try there. Looks like he was able to get the ball down. 12-6 with the kick to come. Try to the Sacramento Immortals. Junior that demands the tee here. We have to bring the scores up to 14-6. You can see the cameraman here, All-Star Film, doing a fantastic job in the scorching heat as Andre just buries himself in water. Should be a sure thing here for Junior to slot this one and take it up to 14-6. He won't miss those ones very often, that's for sure. You can hear the reggaeton in the background, really setting the mood here. Good core group of the players from the other teams have stayed back, and it's definitely a hot outing for rugby league, that's for sure. Kicks long there from the Young Tigers right to the sideline. Pitter takes it. Oof. Good tackle there by the Young Tigers. 2 of them there. Probably a little bit of carry on. Ashton with the whistle there. Puna Vili just slides through them. Good Fijian offload there. Ex-MLR superstar there. Puna coming on for the Immortals. You can see quite a big guy there in the 13 jersey. They're going to be looking to get him on the smaller men through the middle here. Again, big collision. Justin Davenport bounces backwards. Mao in here at dummy half with the Immortal singlet underneath. Comes wide. Puna with a little bit of space. Finds an arm free. Finds Tyler Young, who gets it to Collins. Again, manages to get a few meters post-contact there. Going to be looking for a quick play of the ball now as the Young Tigers are a bit slow to get back through the middle of the field. Still 14-6 down here in the first half. The Battle of Sacramento, the Sacramento Immortals in the blue and the Young Tigers in the red and green. Sam goes high. You got the winger chasing here. Lets it bounce, unfortunately. Mason cleans it up like always, Mr. Reliable. Oof, there's the elusive footwork. Plays early. We've got some speed out here for the Young Tigers if they want to use it. Cuts back on the inside. Good offload. No one was touching him. This is where it gets exciting for the Young Tigers, throwing the ball around. Taken down 45 meters out from their own try line. Justin Davenport finds himself in dummy half. He's going to be looking for a quick play of the ball. Scoots himself. Good contact there. The ball comes loose, and that's fair play. I was going to say he's lost it into an Immortals player, unfortunately, there for the Maltese Falcon. Immortals have really calmed down here, which has probably been beneficial to their players. Tyler cuts through the middle, offloads. Mao finds the ball, gets it to Pitter with the little goose step and finds some space. He's going to back himself here on the fullback. Dances. He's got his winger if he wants to use it with the flick pass. Great defense there. He just burrows him into the ground there. The fullback for the Young Tigers has been sensational today. The big 21 for the Immortals looking to get some ground as he takes his team to under the sticks. The ball's come loose. He's going to call it back and say, play the ball, sir. And that he will. Junior plays to Sam. Bone jarring defense. The ball's come loose. What's the call there? Loose carry is going to say, and you know, rightly so there. He's been pretty good with the calls today, John Ashton, and again, doesn't miss too many of them. The right call there. Young Tigers with the tap in their own 20-meter line. Here you can see the Young Tigers starting to perk up a little bit with running options on the right-hand side. Mason directing the play. Plays it to Ray, who's found his way. Oof, gets a leg lifted there and what looks like a bit of an uncomfortable tackle. Ray's managed to find his way onto the right edge. So we come wide here. There's plenty of space if they can use their supporting men. Shoulder hit there by Pitter. Lucky to be play on. Ball rolling to the sideline. It's still in. Still in. Still in. Ball's still in. Offloads. 2 in the tackle there, but the referee's going to say play on, that's fine. Immortals with the ball here, about 25 meters out from their own try line. Left foot step there, right foot into the middle of the play. You can see Sam demanding something from his troops out wide. Got Junior out there to Mao. Finds Pooner on the inline. Always getting that arm free, the big man. It's always good for an offload. Collins in there, settles it down and taken about 5 meters from the try line. No, he's offload to Pooner, who's over. With the 4-pointer taking us to 18-6 here at Dandenong Park. We must be getting very close to half time. About 39.5 minutes on the play here. With this kick, bring us to 16-6. Still 14-6. With the kick, we'll make it 16-6. Great job to both teams there. Some very encouraging attacking play from both of them. It's been really interesting to see what Pooner's given to the Sacramento Immortals with that offload. And we saw with the Dead Pelicans in the first game, the second man play is extremely vital here, especially in the heat. You know, the more you can have the other team doing the defensive work, the better you're going to be served in the long run. You see the Rangers circling in the car park, very different to the December event where they were here to break up the play. Thankfully today, fully permitted, fully insured. Thank you very much to ESP Insurance for their great work supporting California Rugby League. We approach halftime here. Junior looking to take the scores out to 16-6. Shanks it. 14-6 halftime. John Ashton blows the whistle. Very eventful first half there, ladies and gentlemen. So finally we have the ball down here. Poona's on the field. Big kickoff here from Mason. Fielded by Sam on the full. Oh, great contact there by the Young Tigers. Really stamping their foot on it early here. Let's see if they can sustain it. Oh, there we go. Great contact. That's 2 big hits from the Young Tigers. Great work. That's what we like to see down here. The sting's definitely worn out of the game as we make our way onto halfway here for the Immortals. Looks like the Young Tigers are pretty heavy on players again. Might be worth checking numbers, but Tyler Young with the short ball into some space here for the big man. Runs straight into the fullback who's just been exceptional, and then a little bit of a flop there from the flopper, Dre Martinez. Mao comes to the right, finds Junior out the back. Short ball there, knocked on by the 21. Unfortunately not scooped up. Great work by the Immortals here. And also great defense by the Young Tigers. As again, the early exchange of the second half slowly diminish and the game finds its rhythm. Ball here with Mason, or Irish Cream as is affectionately known by his friends. Definitely a player in the mix for the number 9 role for the California side that'll be versing Utah in October. Dates and venues to be finalized. Great news out of Utah in the last few days is a 4-team competition will be starting. Rugby League is definitely planting the flag on the West Coast, led by areas like Sacramento, Los Angeles, the Bay Area, and the emergence of the North Bay with the Santa Rosa, Sonoma County teams. It's really been fantastic to see the development over the last year or two. Looks like we got a bit of a problem here for the number 12. I think that's Collins. Just clutching at his face, it seems. Which is definitely a bit of a shame. The handsome man Collins, perhaps handsome no more. We can see the trainers making their way to the field to inspect his beauty. He's definitely lost his beauty there.
They got that pretty nice put on his face.
As he hobbles to the sideline. He's been good for them today, Collins. I mean, it's still very early on in the second half here, but ball handling was something that he'd made a big priority of his, and his carries in this game and his selection on when to pass and when to hold the ball were quite exceptional. So well done to Collins. Young Tigers attacking here in the Immortals half. Wrestled to the sideline, the flag goes up. Bit of an unfortunate end there for the Young Tigers. Still only few points in it. On the right of your screen here, you'll see the Sacramento Immortals in the blue. And on the left of your screen in the black, red, and green, the Young Tigers. I believe the score is 14-6. We're still very early on here in the second half. Tyler Young into dummy half. Junior with a little tip on. About 54 minutes since this contest started, so you'd have to think only 4 minutes into the second half. Here we go, we've just heard from our sideline reporter Andre from All Star Film that it's 96 degrees in the shade. It's a real scorcher. A big let off there as the Young Tigers attack on halfway. Pierces through there, looking for the offload and finds it and flattened. Great defense there by the winger, little man on little man. Young Tigers with a roll on here. They're going to be looking to do some damage as Dre Martinez met by a strong shoulder there from Puna in the 13 jersey. Look at Mason steering his troops around. Coming to the right here. Getting through the gap. The Young Tigers are looking pretty dangerous here as a lot of the Immortals players are stacked right out to the left. Might be space through the middle here if Mason can find it. Taken down in a good tackle there. Out from dummy half, plays left. Big Ray with the take above his head, and Sam is there to meet him for the Immortals. Fifth tackle, the hand of the referee is in the air, signaling it's a kick or turnover for the Young Tigers. It's Big Jordan, plays to the left. A little bit of space there. I'm not sure they heard the fifth tackle there as the ball sprays into the sideline. Flag of the touch judge goes into the air. It'll be Immortals ball, 10 meters in from touch. Yeah, good news for the folks at Bulla Pies. They have sold out of 200 pies, which is a fantastic effort for the company based out of San Francisco. Well done. It's great to have you guys on board as partners for the 21 season. Looking forward to selling out pies at many more events through the course of the season as Puna for the Immortals has the ball, pierces through the middle and gets the offload that he's pretty renowned for. Quick tap there. Not sure what the call was, but he's called a penalty. Looks like it was a little bit high. Definitely something we're trying to stay away from out here is the high tackles. Again, another interesting kick from the Immortals, the second one of this game that has found touch either directly perpendicular or behind where the penalty was called. Again, really slow ball here. You can see the Immortals here favoring the white ball over the traditional ball. Interesting selection for them. No difference in it other than its color. But show goes on nonetheless as the Immortals are dragged down by the Young Tigers on halfway. Really impressed with the Young Tigers. Continued defense here. They're just getting through their work. It's very blue collar style football. They make their tackles, they get back 10 and they back it up. Just haven't had the rub of the green with the field position. Unfortunately, as Thomas here looks for the offload. Junior plays short to the big boy. Good power game there. In the wrong playing shorts, not a good look, unfortunately. Sure, the people at California Rugby League will be having a word to the Immortals after this one. Comes right with Junior with the right fan, palms it off. White skins with a bit of space, flicks it off here. Looking for a try under the sticks and he finds it. John Ashton's on the spot to award it. 20-6, kick to come right in front. Still very early on here in the second half. See ascendancy really coming here to the Immortals as we find our way into the second half. Still plenty of time in it and still anyone's game. 20-6 as we look for Junior to get the tee here to put it over to bring the scores to 22-6. Kind of had it all here today at Dandenong Field. With the first game, we had a lot of free-flowing, ball playing, big hits, big contact. Very, very physical game. Lots of kicking, and then we come out here for this a bit of a grinding, back and forth, slower kind of encounter with the fights as well. Puts a little bit of a dampener on it, but the show goes on.
Everybody was in the fight with Blue today, so
Yes, they were. A little input from our sideline commentator, Andre there. Everyone was in a fighting mood, and rightly so. They don't call it the Battle of Sacramento for nothing. Junior here to add the extras. He's not going to miss this very often, as we said in the first half. Taps it in. As the advice from Shooter McGavin would be, just tap it in. 22-6. Still plenty of time on the clock here in the second half. It's definitely slowed down. Full credit to both teams who are enduring the heat here. Definitely hasn't been a cool day in Sacramento, California. Sending regards to fans around the world. And we've got the great group in Kuma who are always paying attention to what's going on here. We've got Michael Cruz over on the East Coast. Definitely a big fan of California Rugby League, and we appreciate that. To Chad Cooper down in Los Angeles, we greatly miss you today, and we look forward to you joining the call on July 31st when the Los Angeles Mongrel have the rematch against the San Diego Barracudas. What a great game that was last weekend. Big run off the back fence there. Again, Justin Davenport meets some really strong attack. Always stands his ground though. Got to give him full credit there. Estefan, the new father, a bit slow to get to his feet. And rightly slow. The big boys are having a field day. Really impressed with Estefan. He never backs down, that's for sure. He's a bit of a forward leader for these guys on and off the field. A bit of a mentor for the young guys. And Dre Martinez rushes up and unfortunately misses that. The Immortals are brought down by Jordan on their own half, or I should say the halfway line. Junior calls it to the left here. Cuts it wide, looks to intercept. Peter palms off one with the hand free. Unfortunate there, ball goes out off the Immortals. It'll be a Young Tigers ball. Good tap there. Young Tigers brought to the ground there about 40 metres out from their own try line by two Immortals. A little bit of play on the ground there, but Dre Martinez gets the ball. Shoots up there, the 14 for the Immortals. Unlucky not to get any metres there. Comes to the left. Estefan is a notable ball player for a big man. Scurries forward for a few metres, taken on the halfway line. About the third or fourth tackle here. Play really starting to slow down. And again, the heat is definitely to blame for that. As you get a quick little offload out the back on the left side there. Winger's taken about 40 metres out from the scoring try line. Estefan with a great work rate. Again, bounces him off. That's going to make the highlights. Justin Davenport here. Slowly wrestled to the ground as John Ashton, the referee, signals fifth tackle with the hand in the air. You can see Ray looking for the ball. It goes high there. Might be a little bit too much on that one. Young Tyler, signals to let that go. Be a 20-metre tap here to the Immortals. What an excellent day of rugby league we've had here in Sacramento. As we can see, both fan bases tucked into the shade, one behind the try line and the other in the corner here, behind the camera. Definitely exhausted from the heat, but they've done well to support their teams here in the Battle of Sacramento. The first of hopefully many is Tyler Young. Plays wide with the cutout ball. Unfortunate knock on there from the Immortals. It's interesting to see the Immortals captain, well, I should say coach, forgive me, Sam. Sam is the captain. The coach, Tui, who's made his way to the sideline. I know that happened in the first half, but niggling knee injuries have been ongoing for him at the back end of his career. Although he's had a great career, he's got a very bright coaching career in front of him. Definitely a leader of this Immortals outfit as the Young Tigers here looking to attack. I think we have the scores at 22-6. Plays to the left. Jordan with the dummy that he's renowned for and the good footwork. He's a little wrecking ball at times. Experienced player with the Atlanta Rhinos in the USARL South. I believe he was with them in 16 or 17 it was when they won the championship. Nick Newland's men, as we have a try here. Bring the scores to 22-10 with a great try there by the Young Tigers. See, it really goes to show that the contest isn't over. You can see some of the Young Tigers players making their way back onto the field with plenty of energy. (22-10) is the official score we're going with, although we'll need to verify that, as unfortunately the scoreboard behind us is not working. And in extreme heat, unfortunately my recollection of the score fades at times. 22-10 with a kick to come here. He's kicked it well. 22-12 down here. You can see the Immortals in a huddle, listening to their leader and coach, Skipper. He's been their coach since the 2019 season, where they had I believe it was a draw with the San Francisco development side, and they really haven't looked back since then, with 2 good wins in 2020. And then they went into the tournament in March with 3 wins and 1 loss. The 1 loss coming at the hands of the San Francisco Savage, who were quite good today, and they defeated the North Bay Dead Pelicans. Some really great highlights from today's contest. You can see big Evan Walker, the manager, in the 22 jersey. He's made his way onto the field for the Young Tigers. Great man, very popular man amongst the Young Tigers crew, and some would say he's a bit of the mature glue. It's the point of contact generally for California Rugby League. See, he makes his way flat here as a running option. We saw this style for them in the tournament in March, and it had a lot of critics about it, but it generally worked quite well in distracting the markers and taking away the A and the B defender. The thing about rugby league in California here, we've seen styles that vary from the traditional way, which make it very exciting for us. Just because it's done one way in one part of the world doesn't mean that's the best way. We're always looking for better ways out here in California, center of the universe, as some would say. Very vocal their run from the Young Tigers. As they line out to the left here, Mason looking for something on here. Fullback for the Young Tigers has been really impressive, both in attack and defense. Great addition to the team. I'm not sure we saw him in the March tournaments, and if we did, he wasn't as active as he is today, as Mason comes to the right. On the 5th tackle, shoes it high, bounces and finds its way out the back. That'll be a 20 tap. In what has been sweltering conditions, it's fantastic to see the supporters still lining the stands. As well, 2 little contingencies of loyal supporters, one behind the in-goal area on the left-hand side of your screen here, and another on the right. Again, the boys are in really no rush here with 22-12. Still about 20 minutes on the clock. Big Pitter with the ball here. The goose step that we see from him a lot, they're struggling to bring him down. Evan does a good job to smother him to the ground. Gee, if he came to the ground here, not sure whether he was going to play. Second he saw that field, there was no doubt in his mind that he was going to play some footy. Good little footwork, darts through the middle there. Winger on winger. These two have it's been a really good contest from them. Not a lot doing here in attack as Mal takes the ball, plays a dummy through. Questionable for the Shepherd with the interference from the attacking player, but Ashton lets it go to the right here. Yeah, the 14's been pretty fresh in his attack. Fifth tackle here for the Immortals. They'll be looking to kick as we see the referee with his hand in the air. Mal goes high. Got Tyler Young and the winger chasing. Oh, he's touched him in the air there. That's not really ideal, that one, from the Immortals. You can see the apology there. He knows he's done the wrong thing. For those of you new to the rules, it's not really accepted that a player is going to be making contact with another while he's in the air. Mason with the ball here. Plays to the right-hand side, gets the offload. That's come forward, unfortunately. Official time just come in for the Bullet Pie Challenge. 58 minutes and 94 seconds. If you want to get the chance to watch that, check it out on the California Rugby League page. Two passes right here. It's all happening at the Battle of Sacramento. You can see a few players grasping for air. Big Puna with the right foot step, finds some space, and that arm is always free. It's really been a damaging attacking weapon for the Immortals. Great scramble defense here from the Young Tigers. To the left here, the big 16 finds some space, and next to the uprights dives over to bring the scores to 26-12 to the Immortals, possibly to put it just out of the grasp with the Young Tigers, but would never speak too soon. We'll double back to John Ashton, the referee, for an official score here with the kick to come. So we can see the fans, as always, driving past, showing their support for the Battle of Sacramento. He's opting for the drop kick. Interesting. I think you're going to have to call that a try. We cross to John Ashton, the referee, for the official score.
Yes. It is 30-12.
30-12 down here in Sacramento. Thank you very much to John Ashton, the referee. I have to ask him. Not long though. Hang in there, boys. It's fucking hot. Should edit that out. Here we go with the short kickoff from Mason as Tyler Young shovels it back. Good offloads there, good hands, and he's called the forward pass. Not in the ideal position to call it, but it was pretty obvious from the sideline here that that one had gone forward. So Young Tigers going to get the ball here. 30-12 is the official score from the referee. Trey Martinez with the dummy. The big man's been, it's been pretty good for them in attack today. He's always up for a run, which is what you need for your big guys. Again, another big man looking to cross over here. And he does. The referee has called that a try. 30-16. I believe there's about 15 minutes left on the clock. Still plenty of time in it. this kick to make it 30-18. Still in arm's length for the young Tigers. Mason opting for the drop kick like we've seen so many times here today. And why not? If you can do it, you may as well. (30-18). You can see the drinks flowing for the Immortals boys in the scorching heat. A few fresh legs coming on here. 15 in the yellow headgear for the Immortals. Fresh legs on the wing. Shoes it long. Good take by the fullback, ever reliable. Just sums it up really well and then dances through. A bit of an interesting offload there. Mason kicks it back and then regathers. Good confidence as he finds Jordan, who spins out of it and into space. Solid contact there by Puna. Mason again into dummy half. Plays to Dre, Mr. Reliable. Good defense there by Sam over the top, and you can see a little pat on the back. The old teammates there. No love lost. Thankfully, the worst of the physicality and brutality of the fight is behind us. And it's strictly football now. Called a knock on there. Immortals with the tap. Again, good post-contact meters by the young kid here. One of the fellow 17-year-olds. Just going to call him up there for what looks like a high tackle. Little kick for touch there. This one's gone forward, thankfully. Sure, Coach Tui will be quite impressed with that one. 20 meters out here from the try line. You can see the big bodies lining up for this first. Oof, don't argue. That one's gonna make the highlights reel for sure. You come to the left here. Good playmaking with the switch on the inside. Again, the kid with his second has been sensational for him. 34-16. The try is awarded. Sorry, 34-18, I apologize. Kick to come. Looking to bring it to 36. Mustn't be much left on the clock here. Sometimes these last 10 minutes of a game can seem like an eternity, especially with this scorching heat. Been a good backdrop, that music today, hasn't it? Bit of the Fijian culture is really on show today, as well as the Tongan culture with the Savage. Again, the Samoan community very well represented here. With Estefan from the Young Tigers. Plenty of African American talent, as always, here in California Rugby League. Especially with our crew here. All Star Films doing a fantastic job as always. Don't think we've had an event without All Star Films, and probably going to stay that way for eternity. Until they shut us down. And they're never shutting us down. They know that, they've tried and they've failed. Here we go, the turquoise boots for the Immortals makes his way onto the field in the number 19 jersey, flowing locks. Speedy winger, the winger on speed. Mason with the kickoff again, opting for the short one. Hasn't gone 10 until now. Tyler Young grabs it with one hand, pushes off and turns. Again, we've got the classic ball out there. Fresh legs gets it up to halfway. It's about 4:36 here local time in Sacramento. 34-18 to the Immortals in the Battle of Sacramento. Both teams have shown a lot of respect to one another after the opening exchanges. Referee is stopping play there. Just somebody here with the 5'8" for the Young Tigers. Slowly making his way to the sideline. You know, all in all, it's been a fantastic day of rugby league. No major injuries apart from young Veti, Passie's son, with the knee, which we watched. He graphically popped it back in. Again, here a little confusion by the Immortals. Special mention must go to skipper on the Immortals, who did a fantastic job with the lines this morning. Really generous serving. As well, they've done a fantastic job at making sure the field is marked. Great job with the can there. Shout out to Mark Nichols at home, big fan of California Rugby League. One of the Pleasant Hill Palookas listening at home. Thank you for your ongoing supporters. Collins back onto the field for the Immortals. Coach would be very impressed with him here for his second or third play, as Puna with again the offload to Big Thomas. He's going to slide over for his first try, is it? Ashton's going to call it. John Ashton, the referee. Well done to the big man, only 17 years old. Very bright future for him. Bringing the scores up to 38-18 here in the Battle of Sacramento. We must be getting very close here to full time. Just to repeat, it's 40-18 to the Immortals. Shout out to Adi Cooney at home. I know you'll be listening to this one, as well as Ben in San Diego. The English boys in SoCal doing a fantastic job bringing the game to life down there. Seen the emergence of the women's program with both the Barracudas and the LA Mongrel. Very exciting for the development of this great sport in this great state. It's kind of the perfect marriage, isn't it? Rugby league and California. 40-18 here as Mason lines up with the ball. Got to say, the players definitely look fatigued, and you know, you can't get angry at them because it is sizzling hot down here. Going to call that a knock on there, so the Young Tigers will be getting the ball back. Very crafty work there. I stand corrected, ladies and gentlemen. It's an Immortals ball. This fresh smell of marijuana wafts over the field. It wouldn't be California without the smell of the ganja. You can see a group of teenagers huddled under a tree behind me. Fresh smell of sativa, no doubt. Here we go, Pitta Naruma has been pretty sensational, very humble guy, but one of the five brothers on display here. The Battle of the Brothers as the USARL build this one. Try scorer Thomas. Oh, he's just deadly to bring down. I can't wait to see a few more years of development under him. under the great guidance of Skipper, the coach. It's going to be really sensational to see him come along. As Puna finds a little bit of space here, full credit to the young Tigers who, regardless of the scoreline, just keep fronting up here in defence. They haven't turned off. They haven't given up. They had every opportunity. They could have hung their head and just turned off, but their defence has been sensational. Really strong leadership from the likes of Mason, Ray, Jordan, Estefan. It's a bit of a let-off there, unfortunately, for the Immortals. Forward pass on the 5th tackle. Special mention to Evan Walker, the manager of this young Tigers outfit. He'll be catching up midweek, I would say, with a pie from Hold the Ball podcast. Again, another guy doing fantastic work here in California. In a beaten side, the likes of Mason and Ray, Jordan, you know, they've really turned up. They haven't given up, like I sort of alluded to previously. They're the kind of players you want around. There you go, a bit of space here for the young Tigers. Again, the Immortals will get the ball back. Just to confirm, scores of 40-18 here, with about 5 minutes to go. Strong run there, taking them down about halfway. Young Tigers make their way back to the 40-meter line. Fresh legs here. Good run. Finds another 10 meters for the Immortals. Estefan willing his boys back. Ever reliable Collins scurries forward for about 5 meters. See Junior here calling the ball. He sees a bit of space, shovels inside to Thomas. Probably didn't have the kind of speed that he wanted to break through there, but this combination will come over time. Plays to the left here. Junior with a little stab over the top. Fielded very nicely by the wing there for the young Tigers. He's been very reliable as well. Finding some space here, Sam cuts up. Estefan, good ball player to Jordan, shovels it on again. Great work. They've been really positive and attacked the young Tigers, even though the scoreboard doesn't reflect it when they play wide here. Early in the set, they're always challenging the Immortals' defense. And that fullback cuts through. He's got Tyler to beat. One-on-one, fullback on fullback, beats 2 of them. Last-ditch effort by the Immortals. He's going to bring it under the sticks here. Very impressive from the fullback from the young Tigers. Try time there. And brings the scores to 40-22 with a kick to come. Gee, both teams would really be willing on the full-time whistle here, and rightly so. It's so hot. It's 4:45 here local time. You can see both teams embracing each other as to signal, let's call it a day. Did we have the kick? Looks like we're not going to have the kick. 40-22. He has the ball on the tee. You can see both teams shaking hands. Great performance by both of them. A little disappointing at the beginning of the game with the little scuffle. But, you know, that's rugby league. You see it. Full credit to both captains who have taken their troops and said, hey, let's get on with this game of rugby league and leave the bullshit off the field. There'll be a cold beer or two passed around between the Sacramento boys. Most of them know each other. grew up together in this area. Here he goes with the kick. Good contact. Final score here today is 40-24 to the Sacramento Immortals. Thank you for tuning in to California Rugby League. It's been a fantastic day here at Dandenong.